and welcome back again to Alive here today. We are in Kandersteg. It is a little village up in the Berner Oberland. I'm Alexandros. I'm your host, and together we'll go through this village. We are at the moment at the train station of Kandersteg. The village has very good connections from Bern every hour and also to Bern every hour. We are in 1,200 meters above sea level around. And the funny thing is that also Kandersteg has around 1,200 inhabitants. Our walk will take around an hour. And at the moment we're going towards the north of the village. The weather is cold, as you saw the weather report in the beginning of the video. And although it looks like it's snowing, the snow you see is actually coming from the mountains through the wind. I didn't choose the best day to come to Kandersteg weather-wise. It's a bit cloudy and also a bit cold, but I hope you will enjoy this walk through the village. I lived myself here around 5 years of my life, so I know the village very well, and I hope I can give you a lot of information. The main economy of the village is tourism and agriculture. And Kandersteg is also the home of the World Scout Center of Kandersteg. So in summer there are many scouts, and also in winter time coming to enjoy the permanent mini jamboree. But the Scout Center is open for everyone throughout the year, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. Unfortunately this year, because of coronavirus, the Scout Center has to suspend a bit of his operations. They still host guests, but they cannot offer the full program to all the guests. But I'll tell you and I'll show you more almost in the end of the tour, as the tour will end there at the Scout Center. Let's see. Kandersteg is also well known for a very nice lake, the S01E03, which is up there in the back. I hope we will manage at some point in the summer to go and have a walk up there. And this is the swimming pool of Kandersteg, which will open in around a month if the situation with Corona allows it. It's open until September. The temperature of the water is stable in 26 degrees. It comes up from S01E03 and it gets heated up through the electrical station. I've improved a bit my gear for the live stream. As you can see, the picture is a bit more stable than than my previous videos. I just need to find also a solution with the sound, as I think that is still not the best quality, but I hope in the near future it will be better. So we are walking on the side paths along the river Kander. The village took the name from the Kander. This is what you would see if it wouldn't be cloudy today in the mountains. So the river Kander goes through the village. Kandersteg means the small bridge over the Kander. So this is the name of the village. And the Kander goes down through the Kandertal to the Thun Lake, where it joins the Aare, and then the Aare joins the Rhine. So you can say we've gone through 3 places now where we have a connection with the Rhine. Let's see. So you can see the River Rhine going through here. Sorry, the River Kander. The River Rhine is miles away. So if you leave from Zurich to come to Kandersteg by train, you would need around 2 hours. The same from Basel by train, with a change of trains in Bern. Also from Geneva, there are 2 ways to come to Kandersteg, or from Lausanne. Either through Bern, which is about 10 minutes quicker than going through Brieg, which is the second way. And if you come through Geneva or Lausanne, the scenery through the train is nicer through Brieg as you go along the Geneva Lake, and you can see all the wine hills and also the Sion area. Also, if you are traveling from abroad, Kandersteg can be reached from the airport Zurich, Basel and Geneva. But you can also reach Kandersteg through the airports in Milan. As the city of Milan by train, you can reach Kandersteg within 3 hours, which is not a long journey. And sometimes airline fares to Milan are cheaper than the Swiss airports. So this is a small clue or a hint for traveling in general also to Switzerland. If you travel through Lausanne or Geneva to Kandersteg through Brieg, you will have to change a train in Brieg. Also, Kandersteg is known for the tunnel, the railway tunnel going through here, connecting the Kandertal with the other side in I don't remember the bit long time I've lived in Kandersteg, so I've forgotten. Goppenstein, sorry, this other side, Goppenstein, yes. And the one was once one of the longest tunnels in Switzerland, and you see one of the main connections between Italy, Switzerland and Germany. It was in 2013 the tunnel was celebrating 100 years of the building of the tunnel, the opening of the tunnel. In 2008, a new tunnel opened, which starts from a small town of Frutigen going to Visp, and it's the second longest tunnel in Switzerland after the Goppenstein tunnel. Now I think I mixed something up, but I'll see that later. So the connections, although Kandersteg was once very well connected by railway, and you could reach Kandersteg without changing trains in Bern from Basel or from Zurich, and even coming from Germany directly to Kandersteg. Since 2008, when the new tunnel opened, the Base Tunnel, Lötschberg Base Tunnel, you are not, the trains started getting less, the connections. So now you always have to change either in Brieg or in Bern. Also, something opened in 2017 is, you can see up there, is the ski jumping facilities. At the moment, one of the newest facilities in Switzerland, and also in Europe. Mostly used for the Nordic sports, as Langlauf is one of the best places here in Kandersteg for Langlauf in Switzerland. So you can have here a better look to the ski jumping facilities. Just over there. Gotthard Tunnel, as I said, the longest tunnel, and Goppenstein, the tunnel from Kandersteg going to Goppenstein. So I hope now I manage to somehow clear my head. Sorry for that. Just wanted to give you again some information about the weather. So you can say at the moment that we are almost entering this Kandersteg. This is the beginning of the village. From if you come by car, one of the first hotels you see is Alpha Soleil. I worked here for 2 years. Very cozy and nice hotel. Very good restaurant. Very good food. I recommend it for you to come and have a dinner here. It's also one of the guild restaurants of Switzerland. Nico, the owner, is a very good host. I would just like to remind you at this point that I do not sponsor. You see, I have no sponsors or any product placement in my video. These are only my opinions, as I have You see. Something interesting to know is in general when you are in villages up in Switzerland or in the mountains and you see people on the street, you have the habit of greeting them even if you don't know them. It's a nice gesture. So I left Kandersteg in 2017, and until then I used to live in this building here. There was a bakery here, but it closed down as the owners went into pension. We will go a bit sideways. So here you can say not the top, unfortunately, because of the clouds, but the Biere. It's the picture you see in the thumbnail. It's a nice cliff to also climb if you're a climber. Personally, I've never done it. I'm not so sporty myself. So this time of the year there are no more tourists. It's a low season of Kandersteg. So mid-March until end of April we have the low season here, and also end of October to beginning of December. These are the two low seasons of Kandersteg. So some good news I forgot to inform you about for those who are in Switzerland and didn't hear about it, or for those who are planning to travel. From next Monday, I think the 19th of April, some of the restrictions because of COVID are going to fall. Restaurants and bars can reopen the terrace, so people can have a seat and not have to do takeaway. Also, some small events are allowed to be held indoors, not more than 50 people, and outdoors not more than 100 people. You still have to keep the distance of 1.5 meters and wear a mask. You see. So at the moment we are going towards the cable car, the Schienensee cable car, which at the moment is closed as the season has ended. This is one of the 3 cable cars in Kandersteg. This one goes up to a Schienensee. It might be that some of you have seen videos on YouTube showing the Rodelbahn of Kandersteg. It's exactly in the end of the cable car, if you're interested. Also a nice place for a snack or a drink is Rendezvous over there in the back. A friend of mine, former colleague of mine from the Scout Center where I used to work, is operating a Rendezvous. So Kandersteg is more a Protestant village. The church you see is the Catholic Church of Kandersteg, and we will pass by the Protestant church later through the walk. So the other two cable cars in Kandersteg are the Almenalp one, a small one which only works during the summer season from around May to October, and it's just in front. It's up there, goes down to there, and the second cable car is the one called Sonnbühl, which goes up to the Gemi Pass, one of the oldest passes, which also was used by the Romans. And if you can take the train here to Kandersteg, take the cable car up to the Gemi Pass with the Sonnenbühl cable car, and you can walk to the other end of the Gemi Pass and go down the cable car to Leukebad, where they also have nice thermal baths. In front of me, not in front of it, but on this side, you can see the primary school of Kandersteg, and just behind it's the swimming pool we saw in the beginning of our walk. So this would be the pedestrian path we are walking now, which you would take to get from the train station to the cable car of Oschinense. And here's one of the main power stations of the village, hydroelectric power, ecological power. Turbines are under the building you saw. So it looks like our walk will take more than an hour. I somehow underestimated the time it will take for us for this walk, but it doesn't matter. I hope you're enjoying the walk through Kandersteg on this spring time in Kandersteg, although it feels like a bit like winter with the temperatures here. So if you would come from the train station, one of the paths you would take would be the one over here. You can see the train station in the very back, and there's also a train at the moment there. We're now walking towards the village center, and here we have the town hall or the village hall, the Gemeindeverwaltung, as you talk, the tourist office of Kandersteg, where you can get all the information for Kandersteg. Also, we are going by a hotel, the Victoria, which is connected with the history of Kandersteg, as it's the oldest hotel in the village. The building is this one, but the hotel, the original first hotel, is the building over here. You can see already up the time of the year the building was built, 1789. And it was called the Ritter Hotel, or Ritter, and yeah. And here we are in the village center, and this is the Evangelic Church, which I told you I will show you after the Catholic Church. And the main road to the train station, with also all the shops of Kandersteg, is here. As the village is very long, they have also a bus during the high and low season going through, starting from the train station and going up to the Sonnbühl cable car. And twice a day during the summer and the winter season, it also goes by the Schienensee cable car. And in winter, when the snow is lying and they have the Langlauf tracks, this is one of the big slopes going through here. And they also have lights, so in the evening you can also go have a stroll. We're going to get a bit out of the main road and take a sidewalk that I like a lot. I'm showing you one of the secret paths. So before the bridge, to the left. So Almenalp goes up there in front, and also where you see the waterfall in the almost middle, there is also Via Ferrata for those who like climbing. You can walk up to Almenalp through the Via Ferrata, or climb up, maybe better. But be in a good physical condition to do it. It is only one way you can go, and that's up. If you get stuck, the only way to get down is by helicopter if you get stuck in the middle of the Via Ferrata. And if you are not a member of Rega, or you have a good insurance policy, the pickup will be costing around 2,500 francs. So I wouldn't recommend you to stay in the middle. Be sure you have the right condition to do the Via Ferrata. Unless you have the willing to do a helicopter ride and you have the money to spend for that, then you can do it, but it's not suggested. Just also think that they will come to rescue you because you didn't want to go up, and someone else might need a helicopter in a worse situation. So we are just in front of the railway tracks, and you can see the waterfall. The Via Ferrata goes from down here to up there, and also the cable car. Sorry. From up high, you can see the Kander. So we are together for an hour now, but we will continue until we get to the Scout Center. I think it will take us around 20 minutes. So for sure we will return also to Kandersteg in some point in the summer, as Kandersteg is one of my favorite places in Switzerland to visit, and also one of the nicest places to visit in summer and also in winter. So you've seen now Kandersteg in the early spring. And we will come back in some point in summer. Kandersteg is also very nice to come and have hikes in the area, and especially in summer. The Via Alpina hike comes through Kandersteg. And Thomas Cook, one of the first tour operators in the world, used Kandersteg as one of his first packages for UK guests. They would come to Kandersteg and have a holiday here. The building in front of us is the Rudihus. If you want to have traditional Swiss cuisine, it's the place to go and have it. It's part of a 4-star hotel. You can see it in the back. The Doldenhorn Waldhotel. It's the only 4-star hotel in Kandersteg. So we are walking towards the main street again. You can see the village bus going towards the train station. Seeing the bus, you know that the time is around 5 o'clock at the moment. So straight up in the mountain, the Sonnbühl cable car goes up. If you see, it is in this part here, going up to the Gemi Pass. It's the biggest cable car. It runs normally every half an hour. And it also runs the longest. So normally for the summer season between May, June to end of October, and then from December through the end of March, beginning of April. I forgot to tell you that for cars, Kandersteg is a dead end. So if you want to go to the other side of the mountain, you have to go on the train, and the train brings you from here, from Kandersteg to Goppenstein. So you drive up, and instead of a ferry, which would bring you from one shore to the other, you go onto a train, and it brings you from one side through the tunnel to the other side. Let's see. So you can see the sign of the Scout Center slowly, but I would like to show you also the Hotel Crystal, run by my very good friend Doris. The place to go if you want to have a snack or something to eat or even something to drink. Doris will take good care of you. This is where I'm going also after the walk to have a rest. So very good place to go for a small rest after a walk. Say hi from me if you come here. So this is the entrance to the Scout Center of Kandersteg. The only World Scout Center has a capacity of around 1,500 guests. I'll show you the chalet. And in the future, in summer, we will come and see the campsite. It has around, in the good days, around 75,000 overnights, and the whole season it hosts around 13,000 scouts through the year. As I said, open all year long. You can find information on this Scout Center at www.kisc.ch. And I'm just saying this because I've worked here and they're doing a very good job for scouts around the world. Because of Corona, the center was striked very hard, and they need donations, so if you like, you can do that. So the main building is the main chalet over here, with the reception. We have the Sonnenblick building over here, which is a group house, and the Kandersteg Lodge with a bit modern accommodation and suite accommodation. We will, in some point in the future, do a video just for the center. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the walk through Kandersteg. I hope to see you in one of my next videos. I hope it will be next week, and I will keep it a surprise where we are going to be meeting each other for the next live walk. Thank you for being with me. Have a nice afternoon, evening, or day, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for the future.